I appreciate our next guest taking us away from all of those headlines yesterday that make you say, ay, 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 can we please talk about something positive? Well, we can talk about the ESPN National Softball Player of the Year. We can talk about another Big Ten championship, this time Big Ten tournament championship. Ira, we can talk about heading into the NCAA tournament.
Absolutely. We can do all that and more with Coach Carol Hutchins. Her appearances on Sports Talk 1050 WTKA are brought to you by Advantage Sports, your home for baseball, softball, football, hockey, soccer, volleyball, lacrosse, ice hockey, and field hockey equipment and apparel. They carry all the top brands, including Rawlings, Easton, Mizuno, Wilson, and more. And they have over 6,000 square feet of training facilities. They can service all of your high school, college, or travel teams' needs. Advantage Sports is located at 2019 West Stadium Boulevard in Ann Arbor and online at catchtheadvantage.com.
And she joins us, and I gotta tell you, Ira, they even talked about this on television. They said, is that Carol Hutchins smiling in game? Coach, they kind of caught you in a couple of moments with a smile on your face.
Yeah, I keep claiming I think I'm going soft in my older age.
Well, hey, I think it's easy when your team is playing as well as yours is to smile every now and then, because boy, they really seized the moment in the Big Ten tournament. And just they talked about the big inning. Was it 12 or 13 runs, Ira, in that big inning they had? I think it was 12, Coach, where everything just seemed to go right. And you told us a little while ago, hitting gets contagious for your team, and we saw it in your first game in the tournament.
Well, and it's true. I mean, we gave up a second inning dinger, so we were down 1-0, and we were just unfazed, and we came right back and first pitch double, and just said, "Hey, we're coming at you." But I tell you, I was smiling. Our kids' energy the entire weekend was just on. They were just having a good time. They were relaxed, and obviously that's when we play our best ball. So I think that was really the difference maker.
Coach, there's you guys are used to being the hunted. I mean, it's you often go into the Big Ten tournament as the number one seed, so that's not new. But the way your team handled it, is this team, or was this team looser heading into this tournament? Can you kind of compare it to maybe years past?
Well, I do think what I like about the Big Ten tournament, now we've brought it back. This is the third year we've reinstituted it, is it helps you get ready for postseason, because the first time you get into tournament ball, of course, there's usually a little bit of uptightness, and, it's a one-and-done scenario in the Big Ten tournament. So I thought our kids came out, and they just did what they did. They did what they do all year. They just played ball. They have a lot of confidence in each other. They have a lot of confidence in their pitcher on the mound, whether it's Megan Betza or Haley Wagner. And once we got up, they were totally confident that Megan would take care of the game. So, yeah, I mean, we may have been a little looser, a little more confident. We jumped up pretty early in all the games, and they just had a good time. Yeah,
so 13 runs in the second inning, and that second inning, there were records that were set. So Sierra Romo steps up to the plate, and the bases are loaded. She already had tied the national record for grand slams in a career, and she isn't even done with her third season. And Coach, it was an example. Where do you pitch her? Because it was a pitch that she went down to get and sent it over the fence, and you could almost see the look on the pitcher's face, like where am I supposed to throw the softball here where she can't get to it if it's anywhere over the plate? And she said it after the game. My approach is, if it's near the plate, not, in the strike zone. If it's near the plate, I crush it.
Well, we have faced a few really outstanding hitters over many years, and in tournament time, we've done the math and decided that if that hitter came up, we'd be better off walking her and taking one than letting her have a chance to score four. So, Romo had really, as I mentioned on TV, she hasn't really been on her A game for a few weeks. She was just trying too hard. It showed up in her swing a little bit. She was getting a little frustrated, which is not her game. And she just broke out of it this weekend. She worked it out last week. She came in and hit for about an hour and just worked it out. And when she's feeling good, that's pretty contagious. It rubs off on everybody.
Right, no doubt. And the home runs just kept coming. And you guys set the home run record for your program. And and Coach, over a dozen games less, you set that record. So this team, it's not just Romo that's swinging a big bat, and obviously we've talked about that throughout the year. But you got players that throughout your lineup that can send it out of the park.
Well, our top 5 hitters, 1 through 5 in the lineup, has double-digit home runs. That is certainly some good swinging there throughout the season, and it really Romo in our lineup certainly elevates everybody in the lineup. But when everybody in the lineup can hit, it's tough to pitch around people because you don't want to give people bases. So it's really it's a team effort, and it's been a team approach to hitting all year. And my goal, of course, would be to stick with it.
We're talking to Michigan softball coach Carol Hutchins here on the Michigan Insider on Sports Talk 1050 WTKA, online at WTKA.com. So, Coach, you go into the second game in the tournament, another run rule game, and you take care of Northwestern in that contest. And again, everyone was involved. Of course, Romo did her thing, another home run. Megan Betza did her thing, complete game, striking out 10, 11 double-digit strikeout game of the season. They just they just did what they've been doing in that contest against Northwestern.
Well, Northwestern is a good hitting team, and we were excited to put Megan against them. We thought it was a great test for Megan, and she had 8 of the first 9 hitters were strikeout. 6 of them were looking. So she had their number. She got in their head right away with her spin, and she was very impressive in that outing. And it took us till the third inning to get anything going. And then once we get going, our confidence just continues to go forward.
Right, and I talked earlier about the pitcher, and to get to the last game against Nebraska, the pitcher in the first game against Penn State kind of like where do I put the softball? Well, I got that feeling again when Romo hit that home run in the last game. It was like, man, where do you pitch her? Because she sent it out, and this was one. It was kind of down and in. You're wondering if she was going to be able to pull her hands in enough to get a hold of it, and that's what she did. And that was really all you needed at the end of the day. You won that contest 6-1.
Well, really, the tournament is more than just winning the tournament, which we were very pleased to do and excited to do. And again, against a very good hitting Nebraska team, I was most pleased that Haley Wagner was on her game and attacking them. She came out and attacked them, and she pitched as well as I've seen her pitch. And that's what you want going into the NCAA tournament. You want to be on your game and full of confidence. And it's not false confidence. It's not puffed up confidence. It's just a belief that, we're a good team and we're going to win this game. And so more so than just winning the tournament, I like where my kids are at and in their approach. And this is the time of year to be there.
Well, Coach, the thing, once you look past the fireworks and that big, huge home run, the fact that when you watched CeeLo go keep one in the park, because when that ball got hit, you saw Haley kind of look up like, oh, man, that's gone, and CeeLo brought it back in. And then the other thing that kind of stuck out to me in that game, aside from Haley, was, you guys squared to bunt a number of times in that contest. The defense was stellar. It was all the other things beyond the fireworks that you guys did well in that contest.
Well, we're going to need to be able to bunt at some point, and honestly, I felt we needed to. We've gotten a little better in that part of our game. I've complained about it over the year, but you've just got to be able to play fundamental ball, whatever it is. You've got to have good defense. You've got to have fundamentals. We practice every week. We call them dinger deniers. Don't let that ball get over the fence. And our outfield practice is going back up over the wall. So we've caught a couple this year over the wall, and I give credit to my outfield coach, Bonnie Soul, who practices with them weekly. But they take pride in it, and you want kids to take pride in whatever they're doing. That's going to carry through life.
Gotcha. So the week was certainly the very first National Softball Player of the Year award coach, went to Romo. So that was a great distinction for her to earn.
Well, as I told her, it certainly is. It's a great honor, and she is going to break lots of records around here. Her name's going to be in our record books for years. She's going to win a lot of awards, All-American awards, and she's already been twice named Big Ten Player of the Year. And, you can go on and on. I said, I like to call her Derek Jeter. Mm-hmm. And look, I said, Derek Jeter was really good. But what made Derek Jeter was he made his whole team good. And he carried his team to many a World Series. And, really, for her mark is her to blend her fantastic talent with her great attitude and help propel her team forward. And she's really learning how to do that this year. And that's what we need from her, is we need that our go-to player to be the one who steps up and says, we're going to get this done, and to be the glue that keeps us going.
Well, that opportunity comes up starting tomorrow, the NCAA Regional over the Wilpon Complex. Oakland, Coach, that's who you guys square off with at 6 o'clock tomorrow over at Alumni Field. So you take on Oakland and then Pittsburgh or California Saturday. Let's talk about Oakland. What does Oakland bring to the table?
Well, I have to tell you, congrats to them and to Connie Miner, who Connie coached a few years back over at Eastern Michigan. And she has done a fantastic job over at Oakland. And I think the biggest thing they bring is they are playing their best ball of the year, the whole second half of the season. And they're certainly a team effort. They've got some kids with some great numbers. They've got some pitching that keeps them in ball games. And I think the thing going for them is they have nothing to lose. They come in here with nothing to lose. They can play and enjoy getting to play in our fantastic atmosphere and on ESPN. And, there's no pressure on them. So sometimes that's a really good place to be. But I'm sure they're very excited for their opportunity and are going to play their best ball against us.
Right. Now, Coach, how do you guys handle, know who would be the opponent on Saturday? How do you do the pre-scouting? Do you look at both teams, or do you wait until the Oakland game is over and then you start looking at the team that you're going to play? How do you handle that?
Well, the coaching staff, we've been taking a look at film all week with of all the opponents, and Jen Brundage is my chief scouter, so she's already seen everybody's a few of their TV games. And, of course, we'll sit in the stands on Friday, and they play before us, so we'll get a chance to see them up close and personal. And, again, softball is softball. Mm-hmm. You can look at their stats and know who their hitters are. You know who their sluggers are. And we get a scouting report in person on their pitching. The key is that we just play softball. We really will be focused on the ball and not too focused on who we play. We only control how we play.
Yeah, Coach, I got to tell you, you guys definitely do play softball. It is always a joy to watch, but this team is on a roll at the right time, so let's hope that it keeps going. And, Coach, they were pulling out some old pictures of you. I don't know if you know about this. They were pulling out some old hair pictures of you from back in the day.
Coach Coach Brugg was the announcer, and she does a great job. But Carol Bruggeman was an assistant coach here, I believe from 89 to 93. So, yeah, actually I did see that. That's beautiful. They're the reason that we don't get in the team picture anymore.
Well, Hutch, hey, we appreciate you taking the time. Good luck out there this weekend. We'll be out there to check you guys out and root you on. And we'll talk about it next week. Good luck.
Okay, thanks, guys.
All right, thanks a lot. That was Michigan softball coach Carol Hutchins. Again, the NCAA Regional begins tomorrow over at Alumni Field. 6 o'clock is the time. They'll play at 4 or 6:30 on Saturday. Our tickets
were on sale yesterday,
yeah.
and they may already be gone at this point.
That's what I was going to.
I haven't looked to see if I don't know if it's sold out yet, but they were being gobbled up pretty quick. I know yesterday only some of the non-seat back seats, so some of the first baseline reserve bleachers and the outfield bleachers were available. As of now, I have not checked. But we do want to thank Carol Hutchins for joining us. And, of course, Carol Hutchins' appearances on Sports Talk 1050 WTKA are brought to you by Advantage Sports, your home for baseball, softball, football, hockey, soccer, volleyball, lacrosse, ice hockey, and field hockey equipment and apparel. They carry all the top brands, including Rawlings, Easton, Mizuno, Wilson, and more. And they have over 6,000 square feet of training facilities. They can service all of your high school, college, or travel teams' needs. Advantage Sports is located at 2019 West Stadium Boulevard in Ann Arbor and online at catchtheadvantage.com.